Hi Pisces, I'm Anisha. You can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. You can also visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com, and this is your monthly forecast for November 2015. Pisces, a very happy Diwali to you. We begin the first 8 days with Venus that is conjuncting Mars, and this is happening in a part of your chart that speaks about partnerships. It speaks about both your personal partnerships, your marriage that is, and your business partnerships as well. And it's a time wherein that you are being asked not to play into your ego. Don't give into your ego and get too much on a high pedestal, or even get into any ego conflicts as far as your peers are concerned. This also is the energy where you're being asked to work cooperatively on relationship problems. Try to find the mid path over here, Pisces. Try to be as fair as possible and try not to sort of swing into these extremes. You may also find that you may need somebody's help in order to be doing what needs to get done during this cycle. Relationships can be quite vivacious during this time, and they can be quite dynamic as well. And it's really a time where you seem to be in quite a hurry to be settling things, Pisces, and try not to sort of put everything under the rug. And if things needs to get aired in your closest relationships, in your marriage, maybe if something needs to get spoken about, even at workplace, if you're avoiding saying certain something and you don't want to sort of, for the fear of a confrontation or maybe being even misunderstood, try not to do that. Don't sort of put it under the carpet, because sooner or later it may just come out. So air those things, and also where your personal close relationships are there during this time, it's a full circle of conflicts and resolutions or reconciliations for you. So that's a good news. We have a new moon in Scorpio that is there on the 11th, and it's quite a potent, it's quite a complex and quite an intense new moon that is there, and it's there in your house of understanding. Now this new moon is there in Scorpio, with which in any case brings about its own intensity along with it. And this is a time wherein that Scorpio also bringing along with it a lot of energy of the sun. It's bringing energy of Mercury along with it. And this particular house where new moon is shining its bright light over here, it's really talking about a time wherein that you could be expanding your mind either through education or philosophy, or it's a time where you will be wanting to experience more cultures. This is also a time, Pisces, where you could be feeling quite adventurous. You would be wanting to push your boundaries. You would wanting to be explore things to the maximum, and you would be looking at also your belief system during this time. Now, no matter what you have, you will have enough and more opportunities that will be given to you, Pisces, during this time, either circumstances or people wherein that you will be forced to look at a life very differently, or maybe the experiences quite differently as you would have done some years back. Your spirituality as well is going to be undergoing a change, and you would want to explore your beliefs thoroughly and represent them as much as possible. There's a long distance travel is there, so you will have an opportunity in November as well to be traveling quite a bit. And again, there's a focus about foreign countries, on foreign cuisine, trying different cultures. And this house also rules law, this particular house. So it can be that legal matters can come to play in November. And it isn't really a best time for long-term plans, Pisces. So really, try and sort of try not commit yourself to something out of which you can't get out later. So try and be a little careful as far as the legality is concerned over here. And also try not to do something that requires too much of your close attention or too much of a detailed work in November. Your attention is just not going to be there, and you're just generally going to be more interested in the broader scope of things right now. And for those of you who are a writer, who are in the creative space, or have it's a good time for your craft, because this particular house, it rules publishing as well. So good time for getting your books out. Now this year, with new moon being there in Scorpio, it's the entire energy over here is about going deep below the surface, because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is the god of underworld, and so he tends to look under the hood. So everything that has to do with your belief system. It's talking about your higher mind, consciousness, your value system, your belief system, your conditioning. Over here, Pluto is going to be looking deep into it and seeing as to where is it all of this is stemming from. What is this sense of belief system that you carry, and it will get examined a lot. Also, since Scorpio also has to do with all the internal organs, maybe if you need to, it also governs hematology. So maybe if you need to go in for a blood test, it's a good time to be doing so. If you've been having allergies, you've not been trying to pinpoint exactly what it is, it's a brilliant time to be doing that as well. It's so anything that has to do under the skin, internal organs, maybe a gynec check, all this is a good time to be doing that. So get your well-being in order so you're well prepared for the winters. It's also a wonderful time for cleanses, detoxes, and even those deep facials. Pisces, in November, you are urged to merge your resources and tally your assets. So whatever it is that you may have, the question you're going to get asked is, so you're making money, but what are you doing about it? Are you making it grow? Are you investing it further? So you may have a huge diverse stock portfolio, but what are you doing about it? Maybe it's not getting you the kind of returns you're supposed to be getting. So maybe you need to be liquidating it, you need to be reinvesting it. Maybe you have a cottage somewhere and you're not visiting it, and there's more money that is getting taken in maintaining it. So maybe you need to be leasing it, you need to be selling it. So a lot of focus on banks, on joint finances, on creditors, on intellectual property, a lot of focus on joint held property as well. Also, in order for your resources to be working well, you're encouraged to, even simple things like maybe go for a potluck, maybe, carpool and do things like that. It's also a great time, not just a great time. Now, there's a lot of focus on financial abundance, and Scorpio rules large sums of material resources. So your commissions, royalties, bonuses, and even inheritances get covered over here. So basically the money that we share with others, so this is a time where the new moon energy, you're going to be getting asked how it is that you share your money. You tend to sort of hold on to it and say, I want this and I want more of it. So which energy of Scorpio are you going to be tapping in? And Scorpio has three phases of it. One is the phase which is the which is that of the scorpion, that insect. It's crawling on the ground and it has its venom in its tail. The sting is there. He's revengeful. Are you going to be operating from that and saying that no, I'm not going to get, I'm going to fight it out, and I'm not going to share anything of myself? Or are you, the second phase of Scorpio is the eagle. That's a wizened eagle, when it soars up above in the sky and it looks below and it says, oh, I know the mistakes that I've made and I need to be doing something about it. And the highest phase of Scorpio is the mystic, majestic bird, the phoenix. Or are you going to be rising like the phoenix from the ashes, and are you going to be reconstructing your life? So which energy, it really depends on you. The choice is up to you. What do you choose to tap from? I would suggest stay away from the lowest form, as much as tempting it may be, because right now you're in quite a karmic boomerang space, Pisces. It can just come back to hit you quite badly. So try and stay, if not the phoenix, try and at least stay to the eagle space at least. The Venus is in opposition to Uranus in second house, which is transiting Libra, and this is a sign that she rules, and she's there in your house of shared resources, and this is happening around the 23rd of November. Now, Uranus being there in your house of money, it can be that you change your core value system around this time, Pisces, and because money and self-worth, it's very, very closely related for you in this space, and it's a time wherein that you can opt for values that are far more progressive, and you can, there can be periods where you have more money, and there can be periods where you're broke. So it's just a time wherein that you can be, you could have money in spurts, so try and sort of balance it out and stay away from risky ventures that are there, and don't lend money at all. Now, Venus transit that is happening in your house of joint finances, in intimate relationships, you could be getting attracted to people who are quite intense, who are quite provoking. You like that stimulation. you really won't mind digging more deeper into it and getting to know the person more better. And since this is a time wherein that you're requiring also a lot of physical closeness as well, it can be that it can be a relationship that may not really last long, but you're quite attracted to this particular relationship. This entire phase, Pisces, is going to make you quite interested in digging deep into the person's psyche, what, how, and getting to know getting more satisfaction about knowing really what's happening inside that person's head and wanting more intimacy out of the entire experience. Now Saturn towards the end of the month is there in your house of career, and it's frowning at Neptune, that is there in your house, and Saturn and Neptune don't really like each other. Saturn is all about work, effort, and Neptune is your ruling planet, and he likes to dream, and he likes to generally live in a haze, illusion. So Saturn over here is there in your house of public persona, and it's here, and you have the entire chart, and Saturn is here right on the top. So Saturn, it's what we call as the midheaven. It's there, and he's saying that freedom from your personal limitations, whether it has to do at your work or it has to do at your personal space or at your workplace. It is something that it's teaching you, your personal limitations, and that's a lesson for you over here, that as much as freedom you may require or you may need or you may think that you have, that is the space that you're being asked to operate in as of now. And during this time, Saturn is really going to teach you during its time that it is here in this particular house of your chart, as to how limited your achievements really are. And this approximately, I would say 14 years back, when this transit really happened, it happened in your house of home. So there was something, I would say 14 years back, in your house of foundation, in your house of home, parents, siblings, or can even be your own house. It can be that there was a certain decision that was taken, which is sort of now being re-looked at this point of time, and your standing in society now comes under scrutiny over here, and older projects also that could have begun some 12 years back may just come to fore right now. However, Neptune now, since it is there, in your own house, it could just make you more sensitive to your surroundings, and you could feel very emotionally, spiritually, and quite intuitively quite aware, and you could feel quite imaginative, idealistic, and charming, and you are really seeking a change in your life during this time, Pisces. And I think it's a good time, however, to venture into creative ventures. And however, with Saturn being over there, it's just that Saturn is asking you to take a realistic look at your expectations and about your wants and your needs, because Neptune you can just float away with Neptune, and there can nothing tangible that can come out of it. So strike a balance between the illusion and reality this month, Pisces. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I'll see you again next month, and thank you so much for watching.